Rise and grind once again. What's up, you guys? It's your boy DG and the place to be at FBBC. I've been getting a lot of, sorry, my voice. I've been getting a lot of concerns, I guess, and a lot of inquiries about certain clients' fitness journeys, about, getting results, looking at the scale, not seeing what they like on the scale. It's not happening quick enough. It's not happening fast enough. What am I doing wrong? Should I do more classes? Should I do this and that? Well, just like my dad used to do, I like to tell you guys a story or like a metaphor to kind of go along with your question. So, when I was a little boy, I'm still short, but when I was a little boy, right? I was in martial arts. I started in Taekwondo. Did that for a minute, right? Because I was one of those kids that started something and never finished, right? And after a while, I was spending money on this and that and that. My dad was like, "I'm done. Pick something and stick with it, or else I'm not going to invest in you because you're so fickle. You give up easily." So we went to this Shotokan, which is a Japanese style, which is kind of rare, but not as popular as Taekwondo or the other Korean martial arts that are more commercial and stuff like that. Are good. They're just different philosophies, Korean and Japanese. So I went to Shotokan, and the thing about Shotokan, it's really strict. If you look at it, you're like, oh wow, that's really boring. It's not flashy at all. There's no high kicks. There's no spinning back kick, jump, do a flip. They practice with a samurai sword. It's really disciplined. And that's the thing that that's his selling point when he went there, the discipline of it. Because the other martial arts were great, but they were like getting you ready to do stunts in a movie. This philosophy and training was more getting you ready for life. So when I began white belt, all the way down and it went, all the way to the varying degrees of black. And the thing about this, again, Taekwondo, you tested every couple months. Shotokan, my sensei, he tested whenever he thought you were ready. So if you were ready in 6 months, you're going to test it. If you were ready in 2 years, you'd be tested. So, he wasn't in it for the money. And a lot of that structure of getting tested every 3 months, if you know the curriculum, is great. But then you have a 12-year-old who's a black belt. Really? A 12-year-old? Black belt? You know what I mean? Like when I was growing up, there was Ernie Reyes Jr. He was on movies and stuff. But anyway, let me get to a point. So I was training forever, and I got to the point where I was almost a black belt. Almost. I had maybe a couple more months. I don't know. And I was getting sick of it. I was training every day, twice a day. Not only that was I training, but my sensei wanted me to come in early and teach the earlier classes before my class. He was asking more of me. And I just thought he was being, I'm like, what are you, my dad? Like, I'm not going to come in and work for you and do this. I didn't see what the point was. I'll get to that in a second. So one weekend, I went with my dad because I was complaining. I was going to karate, and sometimes I would go and not go because it's right by the high school. Sometimes I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm going. And then I'll go to high school, sit on the bleachers with my friend, and just ditch class. And my sensei would call my dad. He's not here. So my dad's like, what am I going to do? You want to go to another one? So I went to this kung fu place, right? Old kung fu place. Didn't even know how we got there. There was a bonsai tree there. And I thought, oh, Dad, kung fu place. But he was kind of driving. He already knew. Like, I don't know if he called the guy beforehand, tell him, my fickle son's coming, can you help me? Do some Mr. Miyagi mind tricks with him, right? So I walk in there, I'm like, oh, this is kung fu, I see this on the movies, I hear about it. And an old, Chinese guy comes out and he's all, oh, what's going on? What's the deal? And I'm like, well, I'm in Shotokan right now. I'm about to get my black belt, but I'm looking to do other things right now. I'm not too satisfied with it. And he sets me down. He's like, you're like a tiger in the jungle. I'm like, oh, here we go. Tiger in the jungle. Okay. So you're a tiger in the jungle, right? And you're looking for food for your family who's over here, right? Your cubs. They're counting on you to bring home dinner. And you're creeping, you're walking, and you're going through the forest, and you see a deer, or you see your food, right? It's right there. It's right there. And right when you're about to pounce on it and get it, there's a bird that flies by, and you go like this, and you look away. So that's you right now. You're right there. You're so close, and then you get distracted. Remember, distractions don't create a significant life. Seasons change. The more we embrace change and season, and we don't look at the challenge, we look at it as an opportunity to grow. If you stay consistent, if you stay persistent, if you stay disciplined, you will reap the benefits of being a disciplined, tried and true person instead of looking at the brand new shiny thing. Because the percentage of people that change and go somewhere else right when they're about to embrace the change, and they go somewhere else, that they'll get tired of that brand new shiny thing too, and they'll look for something else. Because you don't stay consistent, you don't stay persistent, and you're not disciplined enough to go tried and true. So before you give up on one discipline, go all out through it. It might take a year, it might take 2 years. But if you don't stick with something, you'll never know. And then you'll never have a track record on how to track it. Well, I did this and it didn't work. Well, how do you know? Did you give it your all? Did you give it your best? Or when times get tough and you got discouraged, did you just quit? And I don't know about you, but I think we have a saying around here. We don't quit. So I understand the frustration. I was there. I understand everything about not getting the results quick enough. But look, if they came quick, anybody can do it. It's the people that keep going, that pursue it day after day after day, and that are honestly looking inside themselves and say, is it the program or is it me? Am I being true to it? Or am I coming up with excuses? So you guys, the most honest answer, whatever you do, stick with it. Follow the curriculum. Do yourself a favor. Get the right nutrition. Get enough sleep. Drink enough water. Learn how to meditate. Eat more protein. If you do those things, 5 things, I guarantee you, no matter what you do, you get results. Without even doing the physical. If you get more sleep, you drink more water, you eat more vegetables, you eat more protein, and you learn how to meditate, those 5 keys right there are just the platform, the structure. And you cannot build a building without a foundation. So those 5 things are your foundations. If you honestly commit to that, and you know what we have, there's another saying I like to say, people talk about nutrition. You know what the simple thing about nutrition? Eat like an adult. Like an adult. Does a dog have Twinkies? No. Does a dog eat cereal? No, we don't, right? Vegetables, protein. Eat like adult. Macaroni and cheese? No. Chili dogs? No. Kids shouldn't even eat like that. Processed foods, man. Chemicals, GMOs. Your body does not know how to process those. I'm going on a rant. Your body does not know how to process those, and therefore, you're not getting the nutrition you need out of your food. So your body is going to fight against that, and that's where disease comes from. That's where a resistance of your body tries to build up, and that's when chemical imbalances, nutrients don't get to your body, and then you want to work out, and you're not getting enough nutrients, and then you're thinking why you're not performing and get results. You have no foundation. Your body is not set up chemically to produce the growth you need because it has no nutrients to support the growth because the nutrients aren't in the food you're eating. All right, rise and grind once again. My name is DG, in the place to be at FBBC. Commit, discipline, structure, follow through. I'll see you on the training floor.